If you're frustrated with how messy your picking technique is and you want to improve the accuracy and fluidity, but you don't have hours to practice every single day, I've got the solution for you. This short 2-bar exercise is designed to incorporate all the common picking techniques all in one go. It's efficient, musical, and great for any level of player and can serve as an ultimate warm-up. And by being aware and knowing how to execute each of these techniques means you'll never have a stumbling block in your picking hand again, allowing you to play anything you desire. So before I explain about the 2-bar exercise, I just wanted to give you a quick explanation about all the different picking techniques. So firstly, we have inside of the string picking. Just for this, if I just use an open G and an open D string, I could do a downstroke on the G, upstroke on the D. This means I'm picking on the inside of the strings. And just very briefly talking about inside string picking, it's preferred to do downward pick slanting, which means we're slanting our pick downwards. So whenever we're doing like that motion, next is outside picking, and this is the opposite. This is where I'm doing an upstroke on the G, down on the D. So now I'm picking on the outside of the strings. When we're doing outside of the string, it's preferred to do upward pick slanting, where we have to pick like that, or pick upwards. And briefly speaking, this is to not get caught out on different strings. Next we have alternate picking and economy picking. Alternate picking is where we are just simply doing a strict down, up, down, up, down, up motion all the way through our lines. This is very common and essential for any guitarist. So if I just take the G string, I'm just going. So if I just take a D natural minor scale, it will look like this. Economy picking is very similar. The only difference is when we change strings, we need to use the same stroke as what we did on the last note. So if I take the same scale and just go slowly through this, so I'm going to go down, up, down, then I go down, up, down, down, up. So for economy picking, there's less motion in the right hand. We can also do the same thing going down through the scale, but this time we'll be using upstrokes. Let me demonstrate. Down, up, up, down, up, up, down, up. Let me demonstrate alternate picking, and then I'll go into economy picking after going up and down through the scale. So alternate would be this. Economy. Next is string skipping, and this is where we're playing, say, the D string, and we're having to jump to the B string, and that's a string skip. Now you do have outside of the string skip, so that would be down, up, but you could also practice up, down, and I have got you covered in this one exercise that looks at both of these. So the next one is cross picking. This is generally we're using alternate picking and we're picking across different string sets. So let me just take this D minor and I'll show you. So I'm going down on the A, up on the D, down on G, up on the B, down, up, down. So there I'm going down on the A, up on the D, down on G, up on the B, down on the G, up on the D, down on the A. So that's also using lots of inside and outside string picking. Next one is sweep picking. Now don't be put off by the name and think this is just for people who shred. I use this a lot and it's really helped me. It's very similar to economy picking, where we are going from one string to another but using the same stroke, but it's slightly different in terms of its sort of technique and how we approach it. So let's say we take this A major triad. We're sweep picking, let's pick the G string, and then I'm resting onto the B string straight away. So I pick, then I pick the B string and rest on the E, and I pick the E string. So it looks like that. Importantly for the left hand, we are not barring, otherwise you get all the notes to ring through. We want to separate each of the notes. Now you know all the terms, let's look at this one exercise and break down exactly what's going on. All the tabs will be on my Patreon site, so please check that out if you would love to support the channel, and let's get to it. So the chords we're playing over are D minor 7 for 2 beats, E diminished for 1 beat, B flat major 7 for 1 beat, and then we go down to A7 for 4 beats. So that will sound like this. If you would like to know my note choices, I'm purely using triads and arpeggios of D minor, E diminished, B flat major 7th, and then over the A7 chord, I'm using an A Phrygian dominant scale. Then at the end, I'm playing a flat third to a major third, which is a classic blues cliche. Now, if that makes no sense at all, do not worry, this is not meant to be a theory lesson. This is just for those who are interested. So let's just get on and learn the actual techniques. So let's break down the first 2 beats. Now I'm playing in triplets. So this is counted as 1 triplet, 2 triplet. I'm starting off with a D minor triad, which is here. And I'm actually doing 2 different techniques. I'm doing inside string skip. And then I continue to do cross picking. For the next beat, I'm outlining an E diminished arpeggio. Then I'm using alternate picking. And also, that last 2 notes is outside of the string. So now we have. Then I'm outlining the B flat major 7th chord with a B flat major 7th arpeggio using the sweep technique. Okay, so that's all upstrokes. Just remember to drag that pick. That's the first bar completed. Then for beat 1 of the next bar, it changes to our A dominant 7th, and here I'm playing an A major arpeggio. Again, I'm using that sweeping technique, but this time on all the downstrokes. So down, 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 and then I'm playing my pinky finger on the 9th fret and up. And that's 16ths. Then for the next line, I'm using A Phrygian dominant scale. So we've got a bit of economy picking there. So I'm going down, up, and then up on the B. And then inside of the string picking, because I've finished off there with an up, then I'll have to then do a down on the 5. So for the next beat, we're using inside and then outside. So we have a down, then an up, then a down. So inside, down, up, then as I'm finishing there on an up, I then do a down on the G. And for the last beat, then we've got economy picking, down, down, then an up on the 8. And back to the beginning. Now the whole thing will sound like this. Now you might be overwhelmed by all those different notes and different techniques, and that's why I have made this video for you to watch next, where I break down how to practice something like this to get the best out of it. And remember to discover, learn and create something inspiring today. See you next time.